Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're totally demystifying the invisible infrastructure of the global positioning system that surrounds our planet. We rely on it from the moment we wake up, yet so few of us actually understand the mind-bending physics, mathematics, and intense human coordination required just to make that little blue dot on your phone screen move.
Here's our roadmap for today. We'll start with the invisible navigation miracle, then head up to the space segment. After that, we'll break down the math, trilateration specifically, before meeting ground controls team Blackjack. Then we'll tackle the tricky urban canyon problem, and finally, take a peek at the future of GPS. Let's get to it.
Section 1. The Invisible Navigation Miracle.
So you use it every single day, right? Whether it's for grabbing a rideshare or tracking that package you just ordered, but the sheer scale of this technology, it's absolutely staggering. It's basically an invisible utility we all take completely for granted. I mean, have you ever actually stopped to wonder how a tiny, super cheap device in your pocket can pinpoint your exact location on this massive, spinning planet? The crazy part is, it doesn't send out a radar ping, it doesn't shout its location up to the sky, it simply listens. It just listens to this endless symphony of radio waves washing over the Earth.
And get this, your phone is definitely not the only one listening. Over 6 billion people rely on these invisible positioning, navigation, and timing signals every single day. And we're not just talking about getting driving directions to a coffee shop. We are talking about massive global financial markets time-stamping their trades. We're talking about heavy agricultural equipment planting seeds with literally millimeter precision, and massive maritime shipping lines navigating some really treacherous waters. For our modern world to just keep running smoothly, this system absolutely cannot fail.
All right, moving on to Section 2, the space segment.
To really wrap our heads around how this works, we have to zoom way out into the cosmos. We need to look at the constellation of satellites that makes all of this possible. So, these are maintained by the U.S. Space Force, and there are 31 total satellites up there, with 27 currently in operational use. The rest are just backups. They're orbiting at a mind-boggling 20,200 kilometers. That's about 12,550 miles above the Earth. And they circle the globe twice a day in this highly specific, beautifully organized pattern. This network geometry is absolutely crucial. Why? Because it guarantees your device can always see an absolute minimum of 4 satellites at any given moment, basically anywhere on the planet. Keep that number 4 in the back of your mind. It is the magic number here.
But here's the thing. These aren't just flying radios. They are essentially flying timepieces. Every single satellite carries a highly advanced atomic clock. Actually, as the National Institute of Standards and Technology points out, these clocks are synchronized so perfectly, they are accurate to within 3 billionths of a second. 3 billionths! That timing is so flawless that, like I mentioned earlier, global financial traders use GPS satellite timestamps to record those rapid-fire global transactions. Without that incredibly accurate time, GPS location just wouldn't exist.
That brings us to Section 3, the math, trilateration explained.
Okay, let's bring those ultra-precise time signals back down to Earth. We need to bust a massive myth about how your phone calculates its position. You hear it in movies all the time, right? Let's triangulate the signal. But guess what? GPS does not use triangulation. Not at all. Triangulation relies on measuring angles. Think of a land surveyor out there with a tripod and a telescope. GPS satellites, they don't send angle information, and your phone has absolutely zero capability to measure the angle of a radio wave hitting it from space.
Instead, GPS receivers use this brilliantly simple mathematical concept called trilateration. Trilateration calculates pure distance. Basically, the satellite beams down a signal that says, hey, I am exactly here, and I sent this message at exactly this time. Your phone receives that signal and immediately checks its own clock. Now, knowing that radio waves travel at a constant rate, the speed of light, your phone can calculate the time delay. It just takes that rate, multiplies it by the time it took to arrive, and boom! Your phone knows exactly how far away that satellite is.
So, let's visualize how this builds geometrically. Imagine you know you're exactly 12,000 miles from satellite 1. That means you could be anywhere on an imaginary sphere with a 12,000-mile radius. Now add a second satellite. Where those two huge spheres intersect, you get a circle of possible locations. Add a third satellite, and that circle narrows down to just 2 exact points. Usually, one of those points is floating out in deep space, so your phone just ignores it. But remember that magic number 4? Here is the catch. Your phone's internal clock is definitely not a multi-million-dollar atomic clock. It's cheap, and it's slightly inaccurate.
And in this system, even a tiny microsecond timing error means miles of location error. So, that mandatory fourth satellite sweeps in to solve the algebra. It corrects your phone's cheap clock error against those atomic clocks in space, perfectly locking in your precise 3D location: latitude, longitude, and altitude.
Next up, Section 4, Ground Control, Team Blackjack.
Now behind this flawless mathematical illusion happening on your screen, there's a dedicated crew of unsung heroes managing this whole system 24/7. Operating out of Shriver Space Force Base in Colorado, you have the men and women of the 2nd Navigation Warfare Squadron and the 19th Space Operations Squadron. Collectively, they go by the awesome nickname Team Blackjack. They are the human element here. They're the ones ensuring continuous availability and pinpoint accuracy for all those billions of civilian and military users we talked about.
You wouldn't believe the sheer amount of continuous monitoring it takes to keep these signals pure before they even reach your phone. This control segment relies on 17 global monitor sites that track the satellites as they fly overhead. They're constantly pulling in atmospheric data and checking the health of the signals. Then, the master control station steps in to compute exactly where those satellites are. They resolve any anomalies and literally upload brand new navigation messages straight to the satellites using 11 command and control ground antennas. If a satellite drifts even a tiny bit off course, Team Blackjack is right there to reposition it. Which leads us to Section 5, the urban canyon problem.
So everything sounds perfect, right? Well, once those pristine, painstakingly monitored signals finally hit ground level in a superdense city, things can get incredibly messy. Welcome to the urban canyon. In places like New York City, those massive skyscrapers create a huge headache for that beautiful trilateration math we just learned about. These buildings physically block the signals, or even worse, they act like giant glass mirrors. A signal bounces off a skyscraper before it finally hits your phone. And remember our equation? Distance equals rate times time? Because the signal took a longer, bouncing path, your phone thinks the satellite is way further away than it actually is. This is known as a multipath error, and it's exactly what causes that chaotic, jumping blue dot on your map when you're downtown.
To tackle this, the New York City Department of Transportation launched the Connected Vehicle Pilot. They essentially decided to give those struggling GPS satellites a hand by installing connected units right on the roadside. By measuring the time of flight, which is literally just how long the signal takes to travel from these local roadside units to the vehicles, engineers realized they could fuse this local data with the struggling satellite data. Doing this dramatically reduces the error and smooths out the vehicle's location path.
But here's a fun question. How do you actually prove your new location tracking is working? This is where the engineers got super creative. They used remarkably low-tech tools to scientifically verify this high-tech satellite data. They literally strapped laser pointers to the bumpers and mirrors of their test vehicles. Then, as the drivers repeatedly pulled up and stopped at the exact same stop bar on the street, the team marked where the laser dots hit the pavement using water-soluble chalk spray paint. By physically proving the car was occupying the exact same millimeter of physical space on every single lap, they could confidently verify that their new local data fusion was actually correcting those annoying satellite multipath errors. How clever is that?
And finally, Section 6, the future of GPS. As our world becomes even more autonomous and connected, with self-driving cars, drone deliveries, and smart cities, the underlying technology is getting a massive, much-needed upgrade. Lockheed Martin has already been rolling out the GPS-3 satellites. These offer 3 times better accuracy and 8 times better anti-jamming capabilities, plus a brand new civil signal that vastly improves everyday civilian connectivity. Now, with the final GPS-3 satellite scheduled for launch in April 2026, the pathway is totally clear for the next generation, the GPS IIF series. And looking ahead, this future IIF series is a real game changer. It boasts a staggering 60 times greater anti-jamming capability. It's also bringing in accuracy-enhancing laser retroreflector arrays, fully digital navigation payloads, and even dedicated payloads for search and rescue operations.
All of this leaves us with a truly fascinating question to ponder. We've literally gone from navigating by the stars to carrying atomic clock synchronized supercomputers in our pockets that calculate intersecting orbital spheres at the speed of light. It's wild! So, as this invisible web becomes undeniably perfect, hyper-accurate, and unjammable, how will it completely reshape our daily lives tomorrow? Think about that the next time you watch that little blue dot move across your screen. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and as always, keep learning.